Hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra CCC. So today we're gonna go ahead and do that little interlude chapter that happens before we properly start chapter 5. So yeah, normal. It's pretty much between the CCC route and normal servant route. It's gonna be pretty much the same. We only at the end there we're gonna get something extra. So without anything else, how about we get this thing started, shall we? Chapter Sakura, Bad End.
ようこそ快楽原理の底の底へ。ここにあるのは深い安寧。覚めない夢こそ至上のゆりかご。理性と本能、不快と快楽、どちらによるかはあなたの心が命じるままに。
Subjectiveness, sound asleep. Objectiveness, up and active. Thus, before awakening, I'll sort out my memories. Verify my name. Hakuto Kishinami. No problem there. Verify the situation. This is a war, a battlefield on the moon. The Spiritron supercomputer which has recorded all information since before mankind's creation, the Moon Cell. This is the stage of the Holy Grail War, where control of the Moon Cell is fought over. The price for this war is the chance to have any wish granted. The vanquished device receive death, the victor glory. The modern-day wizard doesn't wield ancient dust-bound magic, but instead utilizes cyber hacking. The participants are called masters, and each are bestowed with a servant. The pair contend in the war to come out on top. For the death of a servant equates to the death of the magus. Hakuto Kishimoto is also a master who joined the battle. Alongside her servant, she overcame every master and proceeded to the ocean depths of the Seraph. However, unforeseen, 69 days, glitched, attacked by in the far side of the moon, a long, dry storage wake up. Due to censorship within the memory sector, it cannot be sorted. Rectify your my situation. Hakuto Kishinami was taken and held the far side of the moon. She lost her memories and her relationship with her servant returned to its initial state. After finishing her exploration, she successfully recovered her memories. On the 12th floor of the Sacred Labyrinth, she made contact with Bibi. The future beyond that point is unknown. The above mentioned is Hakuto Kishinami's present situation. The problem is, Hakuto Kishinami, having recovered her memories, found she had no objective, unlike two other masters. During the near-side's Holy Grail War, Hakuto Kishinami had forgotten her memories of who she was before joining the Holy Grail War. I guess when the preliminaries shifted to the main battle, some problem went down, and you sustained some trauma to your memories. That was RT. Well, RT said. Before you, I came to know during the Holy Grail War. Who am I? For what purpose did I seek the Holy Grail? Hakuto Kishimoto had lost these definitive reasons for existing. While having a vague self-definition, I was already fighting. Unless I fought, my life would be forfeit. But if not fighting didn't mean certain death, if I could keep existing without understanding, sure enough, maybe this means I have some reason to fight. Within the crowd, or rather, within these recollections, it feels like I heard a woman whispering, as if I was watching a fragmented dream. My body, it feels heavy. My vision is dark and terribly blurry. Where am I? Archer, is that you? I tried to make a sound, but no voice came out. My throat feels weighted down, and my joints are sluggish. No matter how much force I put in, I can't stand up. Wait, could this be? Maybe I've become physically incapable of standing on my two legs. All around me, as far as the eye can see, is darkness. The ground, which feels soft to the touch like fabric, stretches out forever. Maybe this is velvet? I don't see Bibi or Archer. Actually, there aren't any signs of any living things being here. Maybe this is the ocean of the far side of the moon, an imaginary number of space that has no exit. Just sitting here and thinking won't get me anywhere. Maybe I can stand up, but I can't move forward. It's pathetic to be crawling on all fours, but for now, I'll explore the area. Yep, it's just this pretty much walking simulator from now on. As I said in the Saber route, this is pretty good in terms of ambience, but in repeat playthroughs it's a bit boring since you're just gonna hold forward for like half an hour or something. No matter where I go, the landscape never changes. It's merely an expansive darkness that envelops it. Even minuscule sounds aren't made. It's the perfect silence. Unable to bear it, I try shouting, "Is anyone there?" But no sounds come from my throat. Could it be? This might not even be an imaginary number space. It may be the world after death. It could be that there's no one here but me, but there's nothing other than this landscape. After that presumption pops into my head, my heart starts to pang with anxiety. Paired with the discomfort of being unable to stand, and an unpleasant sweat breaks out. Oh yeah, where there's this form of torture where a person is forced to crawl about a whole month to break them mentally. I wonder if this is the one type of that. Actually, I prefer that it is. Torture is driven by someone's intent. If the torture is being done for some objective, then as long as that objective is met, the person will be freed. But what if this is being done for no reason? What if this world is always this way? I would have no choice but to keep wandering around here for the rest of my life. I scream out of fear, but my voice doesn't come out. The despondency and drowsiness rapidly assail me. One part of me thinks this isn't the time to be feeling sorry for myself. Another part of me is gives up, figuring there's nothing I can do here. What if this is all there is to this world? I can't help but feel like the right option is to do nothing but just fall asleep. But even if there is nothing out here, I can't just stand. I can't stand. My body still. I can't. Oh my god! Even if I can't stand, my body still moves freely.
何？まだ生きてるの？みっともない。負けが確定したんだから、活動やめなさいよ。資源の無駄でしょ。
That was a hallucination. I lifted my head because I heard someone's voice, but there's nothing in this space. There's even the sound of an echo.
無駄よ。無駄だったのよ。全部無駄だったの。
Nope.
だから諦めて眠っちゃえば？理解できません。速やかな眠りを期待します。でも一人は怖いっす。怖いくらいなら毛布にくるまって現実逃避するっす。お前たちもう寝なさい。
諦めましょう。僕らには何もできない。僕らはとっくに成功の時期を逃していた。あとは速やかな自己解決のみです。
さお前もう終わってるってわからないの？レベル上げたって手詰まりだって。ライフ切ってスリープしたら？
So how far have I gone, I wonder? There's no sense of time or distance here. It feels like I've crawled an entire day, but also feels like I've crawled for nearly an entire year already, too. Those hallucinations, wherever they are from, have long since ceased. It's unclear whether I'm alive or dead. I heard a voice. There's no hallucination. It's practically a wave reverberating through this space. But whose voice was that again? It's been years since since my own voice has been able to come out. What even was a voice? What shape was a humans have, anyways? Can't even picture it very well.
驚きです。ちょっと覗いてみたら、まだ動いていたんですね。 おとなしく眠っていればよかったのに、自分から目を覚ますなんて。人間は無駄ばっかりなんですね。わざわざ苦しんだり悲しんだり、そんなに痛いのが好きなんですか？
It's a voice. Probably the voice of a girl who I've heard before. It's a soft voice, as if she's whispering, yet the echo booms. There's a strong pressure in my head, as if the space itself is speaking to me. My head isn't working very well. This is the light of promise. If a voice is there, does that mean that the owner of it is here somewhere? My head may feel funny, but I know that there's no such hope to be had. There's no exit, no matter where I go. This is an imaginary number space under her control. Simply struggling, and simply defying her is fruitless. I should do what everyone is telling me and fall asleep already.
どこに行こうと言うんですか？出口なんてどこにもないってまだわからないんですか？あなたたちには何もないんです。脱出の可能性も生存の可能性も。だってそんなにも弱いんですから。
Scorn, toying, mockery, disparagement. Her voice directly impairs negative emotions onto me. Not even a single change presents itself, let alone anything that looks like an exit. That's right. We lost, completely defeated. Even by doing this, our probability of winning is 0.
無駄。全部無駄ですよ。早く諦めちゃってください。無駄。全部無駄ですよ。早く諦めちゃってください。無駄。全部無駄ですよ。早く諦めちゃってください。無駄。全部無駄ですよ。夕方島の虫そのものね。ちっぽけな希望にすがってさまようなんて、ほんと無様です。一体何を期待しているんですか？雲の糸？正義の味方？そんなものはどこにもありません。あなたのやっていることは無意味です。おとなしくここで眠っていれば、苦しみからは解放されますよ。
There's no hope. No one's coming to help me. Like, whoever that was, I should just sit here and fall asleep. Nah, let's keep going.
恥ずかしい先輩。恥ずかしい先輩。恥ずかしい先輩。ああ、恥ずかしい。まるでというより完全に犬ですよ、先輩。ああ、もうだから無駄ですってば。ここは無限、永遠に回り続ける檻なんです。ハウス、ワンちゃん、ハウスですよ。これが聖杯戦争のマスターだなんて、サーバントが見たらどう思うでしょうね。
Shameful, embarrassing. I'm a really sore loser. I'm well aware of it. To be honest, I want to give up already. I want to rest now. I want you to stop making me go somewhere. I want you to realize that this is enough. This is meaningless. Off we go.
ああ、惨め。すっごく惨めですよ。ほら、意識ももうそんなに縮んでいます。パリンコみたいですよ。もうすぐ見えなくなっちゃいますね。嵐の海に漂う小舟を見ている気分です。そろそろ疲れてきませんか？おとなしく休んでいいんですよ。 あなたはよく耐えました。今なら誰も笑いません。ほら、もう手を動かすのはやめてください。
I've accepted it completely. This really is a world with nothing in it. Let's stop moving forward. The voice is right. If I go to sleep, I'll be freed. I don't have to make a choice. I don't have to see how it all ends.
ちょっと異常です。諦めるってこと知らないんですか？もう何もないって分かってますよね。自分の無力さを痛感しましたよね。眠りたいって言いましたよね。おかしい。どうかしている。狂っています。とっくに限界なのに、動く道理がないのに、なんでおとなしく眠らないの
I'm at my limit. I can't even see myself. But this is not particularly a big deal. It's impossible. I can't see the end. But it's not an especially unusual thing.
止まりなさい。止まってください。止まれ。止まれ。止まれ。もうほとんど見えないじゃないですか。吹けば飛ぶぐらいの大きさじゃないですか。なのにどうして。どうしてまだ前に進んでいるんですか？あなたは異常です。もう戦う力も残っていないのに。
No, that's wrong. Even I had a wrong idea. Before I was dropped in this space, I stupidly gave this apology. I'm sorry, Hakunikishami has no more strength left to fight with. I looked like a fool. Such hubris was my downfall all along. No more strength to fight? Seriously? That's unnatural. After all, I've never had the strength to fight from the very beginning. What I had left within me up until now was thanks to the help of those from my allies. Me winning and advancing through the rounds was because I had the support of my servants. It's true, I have no such strength to fight. All I have been able to do is move forward. That I stubbornly protected. That has been my pride. That's why, when I can move forward, but my body still moves, the one thing I can't do is stop myself.
なんて強情な人。いいです。私が甘すぎました。もう一度強制的に眠らせます。今度は予選のループなんか作りません。半端に記憶も残しません。すべての記憶を奪います。思い出のない無垢な記憶に赤ちゃんに戻してあげます。それならさすがの先輩ももう抵抗できないはずです。
An enemy program. When I don't have Arch with me. Just how huge is this thing? If I get caught by that thing, it's over. I'll be forced to sleep and my memories are going to be erased for this time for sure. But there's no way I can escape this thing. This is going to end with me getting trampled?
いや、間に合った。相変わらず見事な悪あがきだ。
一体何のつもりですか？いや、それ以前にどうやってこのビリビースペシャル犬空間に？
決まっている。今お前が送り込んだプログラムをビーコンにしてだ。ここは何もない空間。中の様子を覗けるのは創造者であるお前だけであり、定義する基準がないため誰も入ることはできない。だがたった今そこに確かな物体が発生した。対象 A があればそれを基準に座標を測れる。簡潔に言えば根負けしたお前の浅はかな一手が起死回生の隙になった。
Julius, what the hell's this door? Hey, didn't you betray the student council?
裏切っていたとも BB をな。あの女用意周到さだけならレオをしのぐ。本気で使えなければ信用されん。遠坂ラニは生きている。本気で撃ち込んだが死んではいない。今頃はさくらに看病されているだろう。まあジナコを BB に差し出した件は言い逃れできないが、あの女だけは予想外だったからな。対処法が考えつかず BB の命令に従うしかなかったんだ。
裏切っていたですって？量子空間の狭間で消える寸前だったあなたを拾ったのは私です。ゴースト化していたあなたを助けてあげたのに、その恩をあだで返すんですか？
そうだとも。亡霊を使うとはそういうことだ。俺には初めからこの無念を晴らすことしか頭にない。生き返らせるというお前の誘惑に乗るのはその後だ。
あなたは5回戦で先輩に負けて敗退したはずです。その後って何ですか
？6回戦の直前で止まっているお前には知り得ないことだ。どうということはないんだ。単に2度も死ぬ羽目になった往生際の悪い男がいただけの話だ。その中に入る。出口ではないがお前が寄るべき場所につながっている。迅速に突破し遠坂たちと合流しろ。 BB はまだ完全ではない。奴を倒せる可能性は残っている。 BB は月の裏側の全領域を支配、いやすでに同化している。だがそれだけだ。肝心要のムーンセル中枢には侵入できてさえいない。
シュリウスさん、シュリウス！
ムーンセル中枢のセキュリティは強固だ。あれは聖杯戦争の勝者しか入れない領域。そのため BB はアリーナに偽装して桜迷宮を作っていた。アリーナならば正規の道として中枢に接続されるからな。それが中枢に至る唯一の経路となる。迷宮はお前たちが踏破せずとも深くなっていたということだ。迷宮は月を貫通させるためのものだから、その前に。
そこまでよ。シェイプシフター、裏切り者ごとそのゲートを破壊しなさい。
話はこれだけだ。急げ。その扉も長くは持たん。
Can't let Julia's sacrifice be in vain. If what he said is true, then there's still a chance to defeat BB when then we can't sit idle. But there's one thing I don't get. It's stopping my tracks. I really know nothing. Julius, if BB is right, then why would he go this far to save me? Then when Haku no Kishinami stole his life in the Holy Grail War?
それは愚問だな。友人を助けることに、そう理由はいらないだろ
う。Friends, Julius and I, despite us being enemies in the Holy Grail War and me almost getting killed countless times.
そうだ。知らなかったか？お前は、俺の唯一の友人なんだ。何もなかった俺が見た最後の光。それを、たとえお前がまだ覚えていなくとも。行け。いいか。AI は一人でには壊れない。壊れたというのなら、そこには必ず外からの干渉があったはずだ。俺ではたどり着けなかったが、お前なら救えるはずだ。暴け。そして見極めろ。あの愚かな AI がなぜどうやって暴走したのか。その
Whoops. Julius, he's getting further away. The man who packed a ton of emotions into calling me a friend is disappearing into thin air. My vision, which has become accustomed to darkness, becomes enveloped in dazzling white. This is where Julius and I have our farewell. Here in the far side of the moon, I part with the man who cared for Haku no Kishinami until the very end. Alright, save here. Blank Slate region, World of Logos. Right, here is where we unlock Archer's noble Phantasm finally. After finishing the teleportation, I found myself in a blue space. Looks like the bottom of a deep ocean, but I'm not suffocating as much as before, nor do I sense any danger. Now I can stand properly. The joints in my knees and elbows don't hurt. I was forced to crawl on all fours, but my body seems fine now. For the time being, I'll go see what's up ahead. Julius led me here for a reason. There has to be something essential for me here. Let's go. Let me just check. Yeah, okay, we don't have the normal menu. I think we get the SG after we finish this thing. Pretty sure. Yeah, there's the guy. That's Archer. This is great. He's alive and well.
すまんがそこで止まる。君は何者だ？ここは人間のいる場所ではないぞ。
Yep, as usual, they don't remember us. Archer? He's acting really strange. I'll calm myself down and start a conversation again.
名前は私はアーチャー。見ての通り、サーバントだ。見ず知らずの相手に名は明かせないのでね。アーチャーで結構だよ。何？それは知っている？あなたのマスターは自分だって？すまんが、笑えない冗談だ。君が悪人でないことはわかるが、言っていいことと悪いことがある。私に主はいない。契約する気もない。俺はただの掃除屋だ。仕方なく英霊の真似事をしているに過ぎない。セラフにおいて、 サーバントを求める魔術師は皆選ばれた者たちだ。俺はそんな連中に手を貸す気はない。君は確かに他のウィザードとは毛色が違うようだが、それでも記憶違いだろう。他を当たってくれ。
Archer's words bring my thoughts to a full stop. This shock is different from what happened in the previous space. Archer doesn't remember me. He doesn't seem to contradict what Hakuno Kishinami. He doesn't remember contradicting with Hakuno Kishinami. Not how he accepted me as a master. The battles we've been in, none of it. You forget about me, Archer. Unable to hold it in, I shouted those words out.
何かね。
He's no change in Archer's expressions. This is terrible. Compared to this shock, the pain from before is child's play. The person I bonded with forgot about me. This anguish can't be expressed with words. The more precious each moment we spent together was, the bigger the wound I received from each is. Was our bond so fragile that he could just up and forget it? I want to say this, but I give to give him a piece of my mind. But I can't go thrusting my disappointment on anyone. But says Archer, no way. The reason is because although Archer may have forgotten it completely and looks unconcerned, Archer is actually the biggest victim here. To question and criticize Archer in this situation would be the worst, more selfish thing I can do. How can this be? It's at this point that I finally realize something. To forget completely is far sadder for the ones who were forgotten than the one who actually forgot. Than that. Yeah. What happened? That happened once before. That's the pain I made Archer go through in full.
やれやれ。冗談にしておきたいところだが、そんな顔されては無視できないな。正直に言うと、私も混乱していたところだ。そちらの言い分に符合するが、私は自分のことしか覚えていない。いや、切り離されている感じか。
Is that a labyrinth core? Why is he such a thing here? It looks like Archer.
私にもわからない。推測はできるが、確証がないのでね。私としても、今の状態は居心地が悪い。実際に調べてみたいところだが、この先に進めないんだ。どうも、自分だけでは近づけないようにデザインされているらしい。しかし、先導者がいるのなら話は別だ。君は自由に動けるようだし、壁を目指すのならしばらく同行してもいいが、どうだ
Archer is requesting to accompany me up the wall. Without hesitation, I nod in agreement. I may not know what's going on, but it makes me happy that I can do things together with Archer. Also, if we were to get that wall, we may be able to recover Archer's memories.
契約整理。いや、取引成立だな。先導は任せたぞ。
Alright, off we go, Archer. Hey, did you get hurt? What the hell happened? I reply, I'm fine. The moment I tried to go past this point, a current of electricity ran up my entire body. I don't see anything that looks like a trap, though. What's going on? Hey, BB. It's just organic current projecting spiritrons over the wavelengths, like that of you humans call leukocytes. It attacks any harm that enters. BB. Damn, she's already caught up to us. Another visitor, huh? I haven't seen your face before, so hologram, you're transmitting from another area, right? Yes, I'm unable to enter this place as I am, for this is a servant spiritron core, the inside of Archer's mind. Although my computational power has expanded, I can't read in this format. Sending my eyes and voice like this is my limit. This is the inside of Archer's mind. Then, just like with Rin and Ronnie, the sculpture is chiseled into that wall into Archer's true self. Right, when Archer fell into the imaginary number space, a defense mechanism caused him to enter the hibernate rest. To fend off the Spiritron collapse occurring 1 minute later, he stopped his own time. He then froze, basically. This wall is your servant, protected from collapse by being frozen. The servant beside you is an instinct functioning to protect the true self. That there is your servant's initial state. I got it. Pretty much I guessed it. I won't bother asking about why this all happened to me. If this vessel is instinct, then there must be that must be experience in memory. If I do that still, my experience should come back, no? If you can, perhaps you would like to approach it? What a silly question. I wanted to know what the thing really was, that's all. I never had any intention of freeing it. Actually, I'd rather get away from it. I don't want to carry an extra weight of memory I've never seen or known of. I'd say that's fair. You are instinct that. It's reason. When reason awakens, instinct is suppressed. I'm sure you won't be able to. You won't want to disappear. Please sit still and continue waiting until you're within yourself for your next summoner. Of course. I suddenly got an idea. The solution is the same situation as a preliminary school building. Back then, I kept seeing dreams of the preliminaries Archer right now, maybe in the same state as I was then. BB said his reasoning is asleep. So if I do the same thing Archer did back then, I'm sure that will. Slow, aren't you? Beyond this point is an area of the Spiritron core. Any and all outsiders will be attacked. We're back up from the student council room. Foreign elements will be promptly disassembled. Understand, senpai? If you go past this point, you'll be treated as a virus and be taken away. I set my voice here because it's a waste of resources that my cheeky rebel destroyed herself in a place like this. I've decided while the student council members live, I need to use your life effectively. I'll make a cautionary media out of you. So, since I here won't leave a dead log, please don't die like a moron. Take this as a warning from me. Go any further, you'll back. Be good and turn back. Do so now and I'll let you go back to existing regions and return to the old school building. Okay? I created a gate at the coordinates you were teleported to. Please use the give back, senpai. Bibi disappeared. I guess she can't intervene like she has done in the past because this place is a mental image of Archer. So our travels together ends here. Looks like up ahead is a walk of death for anyone other than me. What are your plans? I think there's no more reason for you to continue on. What am I gonna do? I'm being next what I'll do. No need to even think about it twice. If Archer's up ahead and still sleeping, then I'll keep moving forward. It seems the electric current shower changed from a warning to attacking me. I was able to sense that from the current just now. One part of my body internally collapsed. What are you doing? I understand the situation, but I'm sure this is just speculation. Also, this isn't time to be resting. There's still a path up to Archer's slumbering core. Before my mind gets worn down by the pain, I need to get over there somehow. Off we go. Whoop. Another part of my flesh internally collapses. I can't feel from my ankles down, but I still have the ability to move my legs. If I can move, then there's still no issue.
私が君を助ける道理はない。おとなしく戻れ。
I see. I hadn't thought of that far. If I wake up the reason, the inks will disappear. To the art in its initial state, my actions are inconsequential but bothersome. Aren't inconsequential. I'm essentially an enemy, so this is better than get down. But even so, I know that I have a selfish ego, but I don't want to stop moving. Maybe this is my imagination, but it's half as bright now. It's a little dark. My limbs getting heavier is a problem, but if the lights go out, my fate will be sealed. It indicates it's getting harder to see Archer.
いいだろう。君が私に敵対するものだったと驚きだ。まんまと騙された。だが、それでどうする？そのまま進めば、私より先にそちらが消える。考えを改めろ。私を消すのなら違う方法を試せ。
Oops. I still got another 30% of me left. I can make it. With this much, and to keeping balance with what's left of my head, I should just barely reach. My body suddenly got lighter. Apparently, my abdomen completely vanished. Fortunately, my sense of pain isn't working very well. All I feel is disgust with the sense that I've become a skeleton monster. Hopefully, I'll be quicker on my feet, as much as my body got lighter. Oh yeah, it's being painful to you, huh? However, now we're in the right order. He was probably the one hurting first. I believe in Hakuno Kishinami, and he believes in Hakuno Kishinami and raced to the sky, similar to the depths of hell. We're almost there. We're very close. There it is. That's Archer's true form. Archer fell with me into the imaginary number space and I ended up frozen. This is mine. If I could just free it.
なぜだ？理解不能だ。俺の記憶を解放する？そんなことに何の意味がある？君がそこまでする価値があの私にはあるというのか？
Yeah. Archer's voice makes an impact on me. What am I doing all this? I mustn't put into words. Once I had lost my memories of Archer in me. I saw Archer's face, which looked disappointed and regretful for that loss. That's enough of a reason. I have no regrets or hesitations in putting my entire soul on the line for this.
「そこまでです。この先は最後のファイヤーウォール。 絶対に進ませません。
Maybe. It's an attack program.
せっかく封印したサーバントを解放されてはたまりませんから。あなたをここで排除します。
I can't dodge it. If in a few moments Hakuin Shemi's spiritual structure will be smashed into bits.
Ah, なぜあなたが邪魔を？その人を野放しにすることはあなたにとって自殺行為のはずでしょ。
He's too much of a hero. He has too much of a hero complex to not help out.
全くもってその通りだ。自分でも自分のバカさ加減に吐き気がする。
Yeah.
だがこれが俺の本能らしい。この手の大バカ者を放っておけない愚か者がこいつのサーバントというわけだ。
Archer's protecting me. He hasn't gotten to know Hakuin Shemi, and this should be relevant to him. But yet here he is.
俺は無名の英霊だ。力ある者には手を貸さない。聖杯戦争に選ばれたウィザードなど俺が最も敬遠する者たちだ。助ける道理も認める敬意もありえまい。
ならどうして？
だが君の背中を知っている。自分以外の何者かのために
Yeah.
折れなかった人々を知っている。
Yeah.
それで十分だ。君の言っていたことが真実なのかどうかなど些細な問題だった。
In a way, Hakuno and Archer are a bit similar in a way, and at least in this game, not quite as much in extra. But yeah, in this game they have a pretty similar character, I will say, in a way.
君が手を伸ばすなら俺は喜んで握り返そう。雑魚の相手は任せろ。君はやりたいことをやればいい。この私のことなど気にするな。まあ正直に言うとね、出会った時からこんな予感はしていたんだ。さあ戦場に戻る時だ。契約者として責務を果たせ、マスター。
Archer encourages me on. I stretch my now hollow head onto the ether. I feel a defined shape of the palm of my hand. My disintegrated body is now disintegrating mind, and now disintegrating mind flow into the cold sculpture. Now, what should I do? Such a doubt crossed my mind that I immediately shut it down with a dry laugh. I hardly need to think twice. But what I should do. There's only one thing I can do. Yeah, as always. Please come, Archer. I call out the name as always.
"その声、確かに聞き届けた。限界まで命を張る強情さ。
Yeah, these two are perfect for each other.
愚か者記憶を奪われ、自己を見失っていようと、俺が剣を任せたのはただ一人。もはや奥の手を隠すまでもない。
There we go.
宝具を使う時だ、マスター。
After Archer calls to me, every one of my missing parts is restored. This space is a mental image of Archer. How could Kishami is perceived as a foreign body until now? In this moment, I became a foreign to him no longer.
そんな工具が解禁されるなんて、そこまでの成長この先輩はできないはずなのに。
計算外の出来事だ。わかるぞ。私も最初は頭を抱えたものだ。この少女は無茶が過ぎるとな。だが同情はない。犬空間だと私のマスターにこの上ない無様を晒させてくれたな。この雪辱は必ず果たす。たとえ貴様がムーンセルと同格の AI に成長していても、まずは手付金だ。この怒りには物足りない相手だが、借りの1割は返させてもらおうか。
Alright, let's go.
全開で行くぞマスター。炉心は冷気状態に入った。連鉄の真髄お見せしようか。
Alright, as always, they give us that one for free. The first time using the Noble Phantasm, so let's go for it. And what can we do? Let's just go for this. Let's just do triple crunch for a little bit.
Unlimited blade walks.
There it is. Still get hit, but that's fine. Kind of wasted there, but oh well. I forgot that this thing just gave us full stacks because, yeah, to activate this Noble Phantasm, you need what's the thing that you need? You need 5 or 6 stacks of tracing. You can see it definitely buffs the damage Archer does. There's also a unique skill. I think every character has a unique skill that only can be activated in the Noble Phantasm state. Except, no, I don't think Caster has one. I know that Archer has a unique skill that only can only be used in the Noble Phantasm, so there's that. Anyways, it's 3 turns as always. Let's do a recover here. Triple crane, triple crane, triple crane, and then just good luck. If we are able to hit those 3 without him defending, we should be good, really. Yeah. We need to hit him 2 more times. I think even if he guards once, we're good. Oh yeah, we're good. There we go, 1 more time and we're done for you. Yep, we're good. Off he goes. And is that a level up? No, it isn't. Not using Noble Phantasm. A Noble Phantasm can be used once per battle. Noble Phantasms cannot be used right away. I can view how to activate it by pressing the square button.
ここは貴様がいていい場所ではない。戦いたければおとなしく待っている。必ずお前の暴走を止めに行く。
調子に乗って奴隷が維持できない。覚えてなさい。
BB vanishes. Archer, who used to be Instinct, also vanishing. Before me, I see Archer, who I was separated from. After a very short time / extremely long time of being separated, I can see Archer smile again.
すまなかった。私がついていながら辛い戦いをさせた。だが、いい顔になったな。負けを認めるようで悔しいのだが、諦めの悪さだけは かつての私以上かもしれん。いや、一息ついている場合ではなかったか。ビビーの目的がムーンセル中枢の制圧なら、もう一刻の猶予もない。目を閉じ、緊張を解いてくれ。君を外界に送り返す。戦いはここからだ。いつも通り、逆転劇を始めるぞ、マスター。
My consciousness contracts and expands. Along with my consciousness, there's a course that seems to be shifting into another world. My soul detaches from my body into the world. I'm transferring to the space where Hakuno Kishimi belongs to the dimension I'm tuned to. Midway, my mind calmly considers what happened until now and the future from this point on. Lee was defeated and Julius took his leave. BB power was too overwhelming. Beating Lancer on the Alter Ego wasn't enough to resolve our dilemma. Okay, were we really capable of winning against someone with the privilege to skill of that caliber? No, we have to win. This dilemma isn't exclusive to us anymore. BB's goals are clearly insane. If she ends up getting control of the moon cell, the human civilization or perhaps Earth itself may meet its demise. We have to stop BB no matter what. That's precisely the last job Leo entrusted me with. Okay. Wait, am I? Now chapter 5 proper.
女の話をしよう。どうせ食べるのなら丸ごとがいいと女は思った。支配者にして処刑人、調理人にして毒味役、美食を重ねること数百人、堪能、溺愛、泥酔、絶頂。不死だらな食事のつけは頭に生えた異形の角。だがまあ、そう珍しいことでもない。美しい少女を貪るのは人間どもの本能だ。
And when I came to, I was in front of the cherry blossom tree. I felt like I was spending years in dimension number space, but simply being back here relaxes me. Although I never would have dreamed that the day would come that I'd get nostalgic about this old school. Haku, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Rin, Ronnie, and the others are gathered in the schoolyard. I can see the same fatigues in all of their faces. As if they all had reached each escaped some peril and came back to check up on one another. Not as if. That's exactly what happened, apparently. I'm sure you also had a rough time, but we're here in a pinch ourselves. Julius became BB's stooge in ambushes. Rin, Sakura, and I were in the old school, and were on the verge of death. After that, because Sakura had collapsed, the old school barrier was lifted. And of course, that's when the horrible programs of the labyrinth invaded. The NPCs in the school were systematically attacked. If they could even give it to him, it was a brilliant strategy, but I guess Julius knew it well since he led counter-terrorism units on Earth. But that's how it went down. The old school is protected by Sakura, so your average hostile programs can't enter, and even BB only affects by observing inside. However, the master's Sakura regards as the subject of her guardianship are different. Julius, a master, returned to the old school, rendered Sakura powerless, and lifted the barrier. He attacked Rin and Rani and ushered the hostile programs to the mayhem-afflicted building to gain control. On BB's command, he commandeered his space, just a few minutes, but still.
Okay.
I know, Julius didn't betray us. He still put on a show to protect BB, I get it. We're still alive after all. After he didn't finish his soft part, okay, this is an act. Externally, it looked like Sakura and the NPCs were on the verge of death, but the damage it took wasn't fatal. Then, Ronnie and I were pushed into the imaginary number space, and everyone else was left in the labyrinth. That's all what happened. Everyone managed to find their own way back, and got you just now. But what about you two? You were able to monitor we were able to monitor until Leo was defeated. What happened after that? I explained to Rin the sequence of events until this point. About Leo and Gawain were gone, about how Julius saved me in his final moments. And also what BB's true goal is, to head the Mooncell core. I see. She might happen to leave with Julius. Rin's thoughts of the matter end there. No longer do I think about this such thing as cruel. Behind these passionate words and sorrow towards the two people she deemed worthy adversaries. Still, I didn't expect her to give no response on Bibi's motive. Isn't Rin surprised? What about how she's heading to the Mooncell core? Well, I was already thinking that might happen in the end. The absolute worst case scenario as came to be. That's it. It's scary but not surprising. It sounds like Rin was predicted roughly that Bibi ultimately had her eyes on. No wonder she's the student council vice president. She's as reliable as a person can be. Though I didn't think her goal would be something like a world where desires are unleashed. That's one awful future. I can't stand her being gloomy all day. I light the fire under everyone's ass and get us reorganized. You get some rest. I don't know what happened to you, but I won't ask. Your internals are all shattered. You're holding up for now, but I can tell you're coupled together. You're so mangled, I'm impressed you can still think rationally. So listen, go rest. I'll give you a briefing after you wake up. I'm surprised, apparently for some, like Rin's level of observation, they can easily catch on how wounded my body is. I'm not hurting anymore, but if Rin is telling me to rest, then I should rest. To those who are in good health, she says, go fight, and those who must rest, she says, goes rest. Pointing out the differences is the Rin Tosika's kindness. Alright, so let's see. There it is. Yeah, it didn't show. I was a bit worried there, but since it didn't show it, but it's over here. Confining desire. An SG acquired without even realizing it. After returning in life from the imaginary number space, it's apparently BB's second SG, an SG of the same type as monopolizing desire. It can be a bizarre SG depending on the circumstances. I want to lock you up. I don't want to let you out into the world. It'd be nice if all you had it was me. Such desire solidified in the actual implementation. The imaginary number space, called the dog space, was likely influenced greatly by this SG.
BB 何の略かは内緒です。お好きに呼んでくださいね。先輩。156センチです。先輩に一番可愛いアングルで見てほしくて。嘘ですけど、46キロ。おバカな先輩と違って、中身がギュギュッと詰まってるんです。オリジナルの設定は日本ですけど、私は正真正銘 100%、先から先まで月生まれです。設定上は3月2日ですね。ヘボヘボセンスの先輩がどんなプレゼントをくれるのか楽しみです。目、瞳、愛、睨んだり、絶望したり、見つめたり。人間ってほんと面白いですよね。ぶっちゃけ何も求めません。だからぜひ隅っこでおとなしくしていてください。
Alright.
働き者の BB ちゃんは毎日休まず迷宮掘削。掘って広げて大忙しです。
Okay, I think that is gonna be it for now. Yeah, let me see. Then, let me check. When do we get her third SG? Alright, there we go. Okay, we'll only get her BB's last SG on chapter 7, meaning we have 2 chapters ahead of us before we can get everything from her. So yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Ciao.